Hello. Thailand is so magnificent. I am here for a long time writing and thinking, and nevertheless it is every day a surprise and every day so wonderful. I think this is one of the best countries to have even a holiday, and this is actually bringing me to a point that I want to talk about with you today. It is a little bit strange because in the first moment those two topics don't seem to be connected. It is the question where to make my next holiday, and the question what is the right place to exhibit, perform as an artist, and what choices should I take, how should I position myself, how should I set the goals in the art market to proceed with my art career. And those two topics don't have much in common on the first place, but let me explain for a moment. Thailand is really the best country for a holiday, but is it really for everyone the best country to have holidays? Let's say, for example, you don't like spicy food, you have problems with spicy food. Then you will come here and you will miss all the wonderful things that you can eat here. For many people, this is the best food that you can get worldwide because it is so tasty. But for some people, it is not the right choice. And on the other hand, not everyone is fitting actually in this country. This is really a very peaceful, cultivated country, and some people that are perhaps loud and very about making everything about themselves, or even are aggressive, they are not really fitting into this country, and there are then conflicts. So on the one hand, you are perhaps not, for you it's not the right choice to travel for a holiday to Thailand, and on the other side you are not the right fit for a holiday in Thailand. And the same goes for the choices you are making, where to exhibit, how to progress with your artistic career, because not every choice that you can pick what is out there as a possibility to present your art or to perform as an artist or to offer your artistic skills and abilities as an artist or creative are not right for you. So there is to think that you should do whatever it is possible is the wrong choice, because not everything is fitting for you and you are not the right fit. And to just use every choice and every opportunity, possibility you are having will end up in absolute overwhelm. And it's not only overwhelm, but it can also end in not working out. So in time you are becoming frustrated, and then perhaps you will lose the interest in actually producing art and trying to develop an artistic career. When you are looking what successful artists are doing, they are really taking the necessary time and the necessary stepstones to develop their art career. Let's say you are an artist and you are beginning right now and you want to try an experiment with your abilities and so on, so you are producing your whole possibilities, what you can do as an artist. Would this art would be it really when you could have your dream to exhibit your museum in the highest possible museum there is in the Louvre? Would it be really the choice to cluster the walls of the Louvre museum with all the possibilities, all these experiments just to show the plenty? This museum is all about conserving and showing the essence of our culture. It is not a place more to experiment with your art. So the audience that is going there and want to see perhaps the essence of the Greek culture, the essence of the Renaissance, then suddenly they are seeing this kind of experiment. So this is not also the right kind of audience for you. And on the other hand, you will be perhaps not feeling very well when you are surrounded suddenly with all this outstanding art, and when the audience is not reacting very well to your art, there will be disappointment. So what successful artists are doing, they are developing the art career step by step, growing to their success. So the best thing you can do actually to make the decision what is the next move for you in the art market is to let go of this myth that you should try everything and you are shooting right for the stars to the highest possible opportunity there is out there, but instead you are thinking really in milestones or stepping stones that are actually helping you and you are helping them. Let me show it to you on this graphic. As you can imagine, there are possibilities how the art market is built up. It is starting really with the starter market. This is the market for the amateur, someone who is just starting after the art university, whatever. This is the beginner marketing, so to say. Then we have the primary market. This is the market where actually the art deals are happening, and in the end you have the secondary market. This is the market where really the art business is done with blue chip artists and so on. And on the other side you have the possibility to exhibit your art in your region, national and international. And out of this you have certain clusters, certain fields in which you can progress your artistic career. You can perhaps stay in your own region and try to go from the starter market to the primary market to really become a more professional artist, or you can decide from the starter market as an amateur to move from region to the national possibilities, or even with the internet to really go as a beginner directly into the international market. Of course this is an opportunity, but most likely it is making sense to build it really step by step, to try first to go to the private trade, really to do all the things that are possible, that are surrounding you with not much risk and not much obligation, and then building this up you can go to the low trade. Then you are becoming more of an artist with galleries, and then you have some obligations and you are working together with people and so on. And only this is preparing you actually for the high trade, where you are going into the art auctions, where you have a representative art agent, and where you have lawyers perhaps, and you can go to the obligations that are necessary to exhibit your art in actually a museum. So we are positioning you step by step, and all the possibilities that are opening, you can actually put them in these sectors, and then you can think for yourself, is this making sense at the point I am right now? Do I profit, do my art profit from it, and will this opportunity, this possibility where I can exhibit or perform my art, will it also profit from it, or are we going in an unnecessary risk, something that will perhaps not work out for one of the sides? And in this way you can answer to yourself, what is your next logical step to move your artistic career forward. And this is making your artistic work so much easier, because then you are not going into the unnecessary risk of frustration or overwhelm. You know what is the logical next step that you can actually do. It can start as a beginner in an exhibition in a bookstore or in a shop, that you are presenting the plenty, because different peoples are coming inside, and perhaps for one of the people is this experiment of your artworks the right one, and then you are getting the taste, okay, this is a possible client for this kind of art that I can do. And then you can progress perhaps to a national group exhibition, and there you can focus more your art, more of an essence, and you are knowing exactly that to this group exhibition a certain type of client audience is coming, so we are preparing also a certain kind of your art for those clients, and it will start to make much more sense. And so you are going up in the ranks, up in the possibilities, but instead of trying it all at once and then in the end you are doing nothing, or you are so overwhelmed and so frustrating that you are just giving up, you are moving steadily forward from the one thing to the next, and it is up to you what you are actually doing, because you are actually the person that knows the best what is necessary to move your to move your art forward. All I could tell you is, when you have opportunities right now, just sit down and try to prioritize them in what is making sense for you and what is making also sense for the other to take you on, and to try to develop a joint venture to reach certain goals. And it is all about rethinking and positioning and thinking a little bit more logical and less as some of the artists that are not that I know are very egoistic, and they want to see themselves in a certain light, and then they are try to take on certain possibilities, and very often it is not working out. So be wise and be careful with your art, because it is making sense to put all the work into it, to progress it steadily, so in the end it is working out for you, because your potential, your creativity is one of the most precious things, and when you can build it up step by step by step, it will pay off in the end. I hope this model is interesting for you. Of course, there are other models to explain what you can do actually to position yourself. This is one of the simplest and most effective ones. I hope it was interesting for you, and I also hope to see you in my next video. Until then, see you soon. Bye bye.